Okay, I open the door. What do I see? Alright, you walk in. It's dark. You can barely see anything as you fumble for light. You finally hit the switch. You see the table, a light hanging overhead, painting the room with a slight flicker upon turning it on. It smells gross, kind of like instant ramen has been cooked here every night. You hear the sound of people talking in the next room, a faint glow on the wall. Okay, do I recognize the voices? As you get closer, you realize that you recognize one of them. But he seems to be angry, and he yells out in pain. Alright, I draw my sword. Alright, you do, but it's not great. You shouldn't have skipped so many art classes. Wait. What? You set your stuff down. 3 bags of groceries. Maybe a box of Little Debbie's that you talked yourself into getting that you didn't really need. Oatmeal cream pies. Not bad, but I'm more partial to Nutty Buddies for that sweet crunch. What the heck? I need an insight roll. 15 on insight? No problem, you didn't need a 15, you're inciting yourself. What's going on? I thought we were playing D&D. Yeah, but it's a new module. It's called The Bachelor. The sad, not primetime version. Hey, sad? What the? Wait, what was that insight roll? It was a 15. I'm sorry, man. You realize that your nerves today made you forget, and you left the TV on before you went out. You're hit for 25 electricity damage to your wallet. No! Hey y'all, I'm Matt, and today we're going to be talking about making descriptions quickly on the spot. If you find yourself struggling with making descriptions, I've got a little checklist for you. Firstly, list the senses. We've got sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste if you're lucky. First things you want to focus on are sight, sound, and smell. Now, touch is kind of a side case. It can end up being relevant though, if there's anything they might be able to feel through their shoes. Say a vibration from loud music, difficult terrain from a spill. Ugh, floors are so sticky here. Or sand, coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Or if they're feeling particularly brave about touching the walls. And taste is typically an afterthought, unless you really want to gross your players out. So you lick the wall and... What? I'm not doing that. But Wendy? Nah. John? Nope. Why won't anyone lick my walls? You know what? Yeah, Percy, I'll lick the walls. You've fallen for my poisonous walls trap. I need a constitution save. Where are y'all going? So I like to bounce back and forth between the different senses, and you can prioritize based on what information you believe is most important in the moment. But you've got plenty to work with. Here's how I do it. First, let's start with sight. How much light is there? Is it brightly lit, or is it dark, or somewhere in between? Then how is it lit? Are there torches everywhere? Are there lanterns on the wall? Maybe some candles, just a few for that romantic vibe. So I open the door. Is it lit? Oh, it's so lit, man. The party's bumping. Oh, sorry. It's pretty dimly lit. There are candles and candle holders on the walls. Not a ton, just enough for a cozy atmosphere. Once you've got the lighting situation figured out, you can determine what the character sees. What draws their attention first? Typically, this is the biggest thing, or maybe the thing that stands out most in this setting. You walk into the tavern. There's a bear. Oh, that's cute. I want to pet the stuffed bear. Stuffed? Whatever stands out most, you can give that a little bit more description. Maybe this is a big decorative piece, like a taxidermied bear with a scar across its right eye. Once you've hit that, you can describe the rest of the place. Here, I would recommend pulling from what you know, what you've seen before. If you can remember a place from a movie, more power to you. Frankly, aside from the more fantastical elements that I might add, if I need to describe a place on the spot, I'm inclined to describe a place that I'm familiar with. Some place that's similar to what the players are encountering right now. I might then have the character move up to a host's podium. They might see a long oak bar shaped like a U, tall circular tables with red leather-backed chairs, and steps that head up to 2 sections with booths along the walls and more tables with regular-sized chairs. Decorations line the walls with insignias and jerseys of local sports teams. You just described Applebee's. Exactly. The one I used to go to when I was a kid. I have it vividly in my head. So if my players suddenly go into a tavern, I'll call it the Dragon's Spit. Then I can pull the layout from my memory. So technically in my head, I'm sending them into Applebee's. I can see very clearly where they are. Now, for the player's benefit, you can add little extra descriptions. Change it up in your head. Maybe the faux red leather backing is replaced with faux dragon hide. Maybe the drinks at the bar are served in mugs with dragons on them, with the tail making up the handle. The decorations could, instead of being the photos and jerseys of local neighborhood teams, be armor and weapons and paintings of heroes. Now you've got a mental picture. What does it sound like? Is there music playing? Are they good? Is it so busy that it's hard to hear? Is the music so loud that it's hard to hear? Now what does it smell like? Maybe roast meat? Maybe the smell of alcohol is permeating through this tavern. Is it so crowded that you smell sweat as you enter? When you walk in, is the floor sticky? Ew. That's my reaction every time I go to the bathroom there. But is the main floor sticky? Is it so busy that the staff doesn't have the time to clean it up? Or is it that the staff doesn't care that it's gross on the ground? Do we feel the rhythm of the drums and the bass as it's pounding along the wooden floors, as we hear the music blasting from the stage? Do we smell such a pungent odor from the people sweating that we can almost taste some of that saltiness? Notice that as I ask these questions, more and more of this picture is being revealed to us. Every line of description gave us more information. The more you do this, the easier it gets. This can be really hard if you haven't done it before, because we're not just talking about describing a place on the spot. We're talking about one of the biggest elements of improv, yes and. Except in this case, you're yes-anding yourself. So when I started, the players went into the tavern. They saw the big bear, stuffed bear. Yeah, they saw the big stuffed bear. Then they saw the host's podium as the Applebee's layout floods my brain. So I have a starting point that I can go back to whenever I need help. From there, I describe the layout, the U-shaped bar, the steps that go up to booths, the faux dragon hide backed chairs, the smell of alcohol striking your nose but being overpowered by the odor of bodies gyrating to the boom of the music, the band hitting their stride, the vibrations of the drums resonating beneath your feet, the stickiness of the ground as your shoes move across the beverage, you hope, that was spilled earlier in the evening. The stench of sweat plunging into your nostrils to the point of saltiness being tasted on your tongue. And that's how you do it. You start with one thing, and then you pull from memory to feel comfortable. Then you do the process of going through each sense, and as you do, you're making more and more assumptions about the place. But the biggest key is you have to believe every line you're saying about it. You have to take what you say and run with it. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like it. If you want more quick descriptions, or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment. If you like this material and you want to see more, then please subscribe. But until next time, take care.